Does she have to have a career?
No.
What if, and why I ask that is a lot of these individuals nowadays, you see that I don't need a man, I'm an independent woman, and I don't want to give up my money. What are your views on that? Like, are you looking for a feminine woman, or are you looking for a woman that's independent?
I think there's exceptions to every rule.
Of course.
I've dated almost everything, right? And I've had opportunities to marry rich literally a half dozen times to where I would never have to work another day in my life, right? But I also don't want to be
Emasculated.
Yeah, or it's just you meet the trust fund baby or the housewife that has the brand new Range Rover every year and a car that has unlimited swipe ability, and she has a $5 to $10 million home in every other state or country, and she's depressed, right? Turns to pills, no purpose. So it's the same thing for me. Like, I love what I do. I might work 18-hour days. I might be overworked and underpaid, but I have purpose. From hardship and from struggle and from stress and from all these things comes happiness and fulfillment and purpose.
So what value are you looking for in a woman if you were to go there? What's the value she's going to bring to the relationship that you need?
There's so
tough questions.
I have so many value words. Obviously, trust and loyalty would be at the top, but my dilemma right now is finding that balance between physical attraction and chemistry, which is so overrated, but it's what I've gone for my entire life.
100.
I was with a woman that was 12 years older than me, and I raised her 2 kids, and I was loyal for 8 years, from the age of 22 to the age of 30. And that's why I ended up on a couch at 30, because I was crushed, just heartbroken. I don't like to lose at life. I like to see something through, and I wanted to win so badly. But to put it bluntly, I dated an insanely wealthy young lady in the third quarter of 2021. She had a Birkin in every color. She had more money in my safe than I did, more watches. Her I wasn't good enough to even meet her family. And
sounds like a Kardashian girl.
Oh, dude, this is way beyond that. The girl speaks multiple languages, has class and elegance, is better traveled than I am, and that's kind of saying a lot. And has seen the world, and
Right.
and she's just on a different level. And she was in her mid-20s, and she's dated billionaires, and she's been on the 430-foot yachts in south of France and Italy for summers, and she's a rich girl.
Right.
And not only was I not good enough to meet the family at first, but it was pretty incredible to see how she moved from Miami to Las Vegas, and overnight, all these girls in Vegas who are drop dead gorgeous and physically so attractive, and they identify as whores, so they're extremely good in bed, but can't do anything around the house, right? Whereas I'm not going to tell you that this girl, and I'll keep her name
Absolutely.
out of this, but I'm not going to tell you that she would ever clean a dish or cook a meal or do fuck all. But in 2 seconds, she had the maids coming to my house 3 to 4 times a week. She bought $4,500, everything on my card. I'm never going to let a girl pay for anything around me, right? It doesn't matter how much money someone has. It's you fly, I buy. Okay. That's my philosophy.
Right.
But yeah, I mean.
So you consider yourself more traditional in terms of paying for everything. If you live together, married, you're going to pay all the bills.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And I'm on the same page. So when I say that, right, and so are you looking for that? You when you made this comment, I said to myself, they said, why are you single? I said, it's hard to find a unicorn, a girl that looks like a stripper but can be grounded like a housewife. That was the challenge, because I go based on looks, but I also needed that chemistry.
Yeah. So
around that, how important are you concerned, or are you concerned with body count?
So I'm not necessarily looking right now, but the reason I dated this girl is because I thought that we were probably going to have a wedding in Lake Como and start a family, and I am interested in doing that. And I can't tell you how amazing the household was. Like, it was just ran very well, right? And I don't have unlimited money, but I have enough money to where if you want to drop 20 to 50 grand a month on making life easier, I'm all about it.
Okay.
Like, put it on the Amex. But and legitimately, like, this girl, like, I was still working 18-hour days, and she had zero problem with it. and was
wow.
and,
So she was there. She
dude,
was in a support role.
I mean, she comes from a wealthy family
So
where
she gets it.
probably grew up around a hardworking, man, and it all of it was incredible, but the physical attraction, even though she's drop dead gorgeous and every man's dream and all this and all that, she just didn't identify as a whore in bed. So
she wasn't very sexual in bed.
yeah, she just doesn't know how to slurp. She doesn't, she just doesn't know how to do what these young American girls, I don't know how they learn this shit, but it's incredible.
Yeah, go ahead.
And, she respects herself enough to where I'm not going to go and fuck on her. Right. And we made that very clear with one another. Right. I might fuck on anyone, whatever, but she's like, do you like your hair? And I was like, of course. It was all in Spanish. And she's like, well, let's keep it that way. Right. And she was very serious.
She was Latina.
Yes.
So was she raised in a Latin country or Central America?
Venezuela.
That's why, because her mom raised her to be a good wife and not an independent woman.
Honestly, I'll be honest with you. She's almost like an alpha male. Right.
Right.
She just.
But she's submissive to you. She's following your lead?
For sure.
Okay. So there you go. That's a feminine woman, right? Instead of a masculine woman.
Yeah.
So does body count matter? Back to that question. If a girl has a high body count, does that bother you?
Like if she slept with a lot of dudes?
100 guys.
I mean, I'd love for her to get checked and to make sure that she's clean. If you sleep with someone, you're taking on all their previous partners, all the parasites, all the bacteria, all of it.
And with women, there's a thing called pair bonding. When women sleep with more than 6 men, this is scientifically proven. When women sleep with more than 6 men, their chances of pair bonding with a man goes down to 25%. Because women are generally, again, this is general. There's exceptions to the rule. I got ladies in here, so I don't. Women generally will only sleep with a guy if they're emotionally connected to a point. Men, we can be like, hey, what was that girl's name we were with last weekend? I forgot. Because we're like that little dog, the neighborhood dog that humps you, get off my leg, right? We're full of testosterone until we're ready to settle down. But women, think about it. They're emotional. I like Emmett. I'm emotionally connected to him. And Emmett's like, yeah, she likes me more than I like her. She's cool, whatever. We're having fun. And he's done. She's going to have a harder time pair bonding. So that's why I ask if body count matters.
Yeah, to me, I mean, I've fallen in love with so many different girls out there, and to me it doesn't. I don't really judge someone on their past. I really just make up my own opinion based on what I see and what I experience, and I believe time either promotes you or exposes you. I will say that I've learned a few lessons along the way, right? I'm not going to try and change someone's identity if it's not the right timing for them in their life. I'm going to try and I just recently got out of a relationship where I literally fell in love with this girl because I found out she was married to a man 26 years older than her and in an abusive relationship. And the way I fell in love is because I felt like I needed to help.